want to welcome today to our office Jennifer Smith, the director of the U.S. program at INMED Partnerships for Children. Jennifer, welcome to You've Got Made. We are so excited to have you today.
Thank you. This is a really cool thing you're doing.
Oh, thank you. So can you tell us a little bit about you and what led you to get to be with INMED? This is a great organization.
It is a great organization. And how I came to INMED was I was kind of introduced to the nonprofit community because my daughter has a disability, and it's she has autism, and it's a lot for families to carry when you have a disability, person with a disability in your family. And so I was involved with organizations that helped her in the county. And then with INMED, I learned about the work that they were doing, and I was a volunteer. I was on their board of trustees, and they had a project come up that would be, so INMED does, they work with low-income families and have been around over 30 years, so long-standing organization. And they had this opportunity to work with another nonprofit in Maryland that would offer vocational training for adults with disabilities. And so globally, INMED works in greenhouses and teaches sustainable agriculture to adults with disabilities, as well as school children and women's cooperatives, and really, really cool stuff. But nothing like that in the United States. And this opportunity comes up. And here I am as a volunteer, and I'm like, we've got to do this. But it was really not anything I had ever done before. But one thing that I definitely know from working with a lot of different nonprofits in our community is that, injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere. So even though before my heart had been with people with disabilities, I really, through volunteering at INMED, I learned, the same struggles, not exactly the same, but the same barriers for basic things like education and opportunities existed for people who had language barriers, low income, immigrants. And it's just, like our community can do better. And INMED was doing great work. So I started volunteering for this project, and they offered me a job. And I was really,
they like her.
I was really happy to be a part of it. And so even though then the pandemic came, and so that project got put on hold, but we were able to do all these other great things.
Right. So how long you been with them? Before COVID? Did you start before COVID?
I did. I was there about 7 months before COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and COVID really did change everything. So INMED's mission is sustainability. So all the programs that we do with parents, with children, it's about giving you tools today so you have a better tomorrow, whether it's education or a better job. But with COVID, we had to shift because it was a crisis and everyone was in crisis. And so, sometimes I think about it like, there's some organizations that when someone is drowning, they pull you out and keep you from drowning. And then INMED, I would say, is an organization that teaches you to swim so that you don't drown. Well, in the pandemic, we all started drowning, right? So
it was difficult for everybody.
It is. I would love to say it was like it's over, but it is. Like our community that we work with, low-income families, they were hit harder, and not just more. It was definitely more COVID cases, but also like when you think about it, for people who barely make ends meet, if you have to miss a week because you have to quarantine, or your child is sick, or you get COVID, it throws you into such a financial tailspin. Our families are still trying to recover from being back rent from December, so it's hard.
So what is, I know you did mention a little bit about INMED. So what do you do, guys? Like, can you tell us a little bit about INMED by itself? And I know you are globally too, guys.
Yeah, we are. INMED is global. And so Peru, Brazil, South Africa, Jamaica, they focus on aquaponics and helping people not just have access to a healthy organic food and sustainable agriculture, how to grow it, but also to sell it and have their own entrepreneurial business, so that they have a sustainable livelihood. And that has been a really successful model globally. Now in the US, that's not all that we do globally. I shouldn't generalize, because our true focus is a multi-generational approach to make sure that children have opportunities. And it's called INMED Partnerships for Children, because we have partnerships all over the globe that work to do that. I like to say that at INMED USA, we focus on the whole family, especially mothers. If we support mothers, then the children are more stable, the family is stable. And so our programs, we have Healthy Families, which is a social work home visiting program for pregnant moms. And we stay with those moms until the baby is 3 years old. So we walk that journey with them. First time moms. And so everything from breastfeeding to potty training to, it really is. It really is. And this group of mothers that support each other and get through it together in a really healthy way. Most of us are not with our family, right? My family lives in Georgia. Most of our families, their family may be very far away. So, as a first-time mom, we know what it's like. It's good to know you have someone to call when the baby has a fever, or to go with you to the doctor, so that what does that mean? What should I ask? So, there's that whole mother supporting program, and then we have a lot of programs for children. After school program, all kinds of, I think people think of Loudoun as the wealthiest county, but if you're working entry-level job and you have a child, then it's so hard to make ends meet here. And that means that your child doesn't go to soccer after school. You may not even be able to afford childcare. You're probably working 2 jobs, maybe 3. It's just, so we're there for the kids and those families to help them have that opportunity. We help with homework, all kinds of things.
Wow, this is
Yes,
awesome.
it's a very holistic approach.
So it is really kind of like schooling after school, kind of like after school program.
Yeah, we have after school programs, and then also, STEM enrichment, lots of partnerships. We did a great program last year with Amazon Web Services that their engineers, they have Latinx AWS. They came in to mentor our teens in careers in STEM. And so, lots of great partnerships like that show the kids a different kind of future, right? Most of them, their parents may be first generation American. Many of them know when their family has gone to college. And so, we don't want our teens to, they'll start working in high school to financially contribute to the family. We don't want them to graduate from working part-time to working full-time and never exploring, what their future could be like, right? So, yeah.
Nice. Wow. Any accomplishment you are, the time when you start with them until now, do you have any memory or anything about any great accomplishment you did, guys, and you were so excited about? Because we know that it was a difficult time too.
We have accomplished a lot in the last 2 years. I can't tell you how proud I am of our team. For one thing, before the pandemic, we were serving about 2,000 families, which is a lot. But in the first quarter of last year, we served 7,000 families. And our team has grown, and I think that the accomplishment, though, that I am most proud of is that our team and our community, we've gotten through this time together. They knew that they could count on INMED, and INMED internally, we counted on each other. So, that's when families started calling and saying, how do we get food? How do we get COVID tests? What happens if my child is, we don't have internet and now it's virtual? We organically grew programs to meet those gaps. Everything from helping, remember in 2020 when we all had to decide if our child was going to be virtual or in person? Our families had never even signed in to ParentView. they didn't have computers in their home. So like think of that, bridging that gap so that our moms were still involved in their children's education and understood what was happening. And then some of our families, like they had to work, but their kids weren't in school. And so, you know, offering CPR classes for older kids who are now watching younger kids and being a support network for those kids so that they weren't in that alone while their parents were working. I mean, those were just absolutely new programs that we brought forth because the need was great. And I mean, so the thing I'm most proud of is that we got through all of this together. They knew they could trust us. Our staff are really like grassroots involved with our community. And all of our partners, from Loud and Hunger Relief to Women Giving Back to Loud Literacy, like we as a nonprofit community came together. Yes.
That's awesome.
And I think that our community is stronger together now than it was 2 years ago. I'm really proud of our part in that.
I know that you do events, so can you talk to us about the event? And I know about the yoga classes. Some yoga classes involved, or Zumba.
Yeah, so we have. I mean, I think that you know, something that came out of the pandemic was we really started focusing on health and wellness. So every Monday night we have either Zumba or yoga. Zumba, yoga, y más, Zumba, yoga, and more. And that is really fun. Anyone can join us for that. It's free. All you have to do is let us know. We'll send you the Zoom link. Or you can come to the center here in Sterling and join us. Also, we are having a community event May 1st in Leesburg, picnic with the police, with Leesburg PD at the Leesburg Mobile Home Park. That we work with a lot of families there, and that's definitely our community too. So we're all coming together to meet with our Leesburg PD and you know, celebrate that we can get back together. We're getting to that point now, right? So that's coming up May 1st. And then in terms of fundraising, if any golfers are out there, we have a golf tournament coming up October 17th at Belmont. Happy to tell people about that. So,
and all this information is on your website.
That's right, inmedusa.org.
Okay. So are you in need? What is the most are you in need on? We know that money probably, but what is other thing? Are you in need of teachers, volunteers?
So we have a lot of volunteers that help at our Opportunity Center, and we always need more, especially in our after-school program, helping homework help, helping also mentor young people. We also we have art and music classes. We do a lot of things for mental health and wellness, and in partnership with A Place to Be, music therapy, and local artists that come in to mentor our teens and help them express themselves that way. So we're always collecting art supplies, school supplies, and those kinds of things that our community use, you know, expendable, that we use a lot of. So I have a wish list on our website.
Yes, that's what I want to ask you. Do you have the Amazon wish list?
Yes, we do have an Amazon wish list
so
on.
If somebody wants to help.
That's right, yeah. And you can always, I don't know how we go through so much paint and, what are what they paint on? Canvas.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it's beautiful, so let's keep them stocked in that, right?
Are you open all year round?
We are.
Okay.
We
Even
are.
on the summer.
Even that's when people need us the most,
yes.
right? So
yes.
we have summer camp, and we also partner with other people to do summer camps as well, like A Place to Be, like Stagecoach Theater Company. So you know, those are really fun opportunities for our kids that they wouldn't normally have.
And about the schooling after the program, if somebody is interested for their kids and children, everything is on your website.
It
they
is
don't
on
need to
website.
call or come to fill up application or anything like that.
They should check it out there first, and they should know that everyone at INMED is bilingual. I'm the least bilingual. I'm getting
Me
better.
too.
I'm getting better though, but everyone else is fully bilingual with English and Spanish, so we can help them with other resources too if we're not a good fit.
This is great. Thank you. That's a lot. Thank you for, telling us about all these things.
And I love it. It's my favorite. My daughter Caitlin works with me at INMED. She's 26 now, and I say she works with me there, but she just kind of hangs out. We share an office. and she loves it. And that's how I know that INMED is a great place. Like, they love her, she loves it there, and that's how I want everyone to feel. I want everyone to know that INMED is about community. So come see us.
Yeah, thank you for everything you do, guys. And Jennifer, thank you for your time.
Sure.
I know, as always, I needed to steal you for love, but I know you are busy. So
are you.
Thank you for this is the springtime. So
It's springtime.
yeah.
Spring cleaning.
Thank you for your time, Jennifer. We appreciate you and all this information what you told us.
Thanks. Have a good weekend.